How's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. It is weekly recap time. I do a weekly recap video every week, or at least one about every week. They're not always on time. This one here is going to be the week of March 10th through March 17th. I'm about a week behind on them. I'm just wrapping up my my next week right now. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to do a weekly recap video. So here we are. I'll get caught up on them. So I did 2 loads on this week. Super easy week. Basically, I babysat a frozen food load, and it paid really well to do that. So, kind of a welcomed, slower week. You know what I'm saying? Like, not as go, more just like, you know, go deliver, go sit, go deliver, go sit. It was, that load was, I'll get to that one. Let me talk about the first one first. Started out my week in Baltimore, Maryland. Came out of Baltimore, Maryland to Batavia, Illinois. That load paid $2,000 to the carrier, which is $1,600 to the truck. For you guys that don't know, I am leased to a 80-20 split carrier. I am leased on there. And sorry for the vibrations. We are getting unloaded right now. So, 80-20 split carrier. I pull their trailer. At the current moment, I have no intentions of buying my own trailer. I'm happy pulling their trailer. Let's see, what else? I got a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. DD15 DT12 transmission. It's an Evolution I. Just to give you a little background on what's going on there. So yeah, let's talk about it. Whoa, almost knocked the phone off. Let's talk about that first load. Baltimore to Batavia, $2,000 to the carrier, $1,600 to the truck. Had $108 in tolls on that one. I skipped a lot of tolls, but I basically went down the on that one. I went across the Pennsylvania Turnpike. I did dodge the Ohio and Indiana by taking US 30, going around all that. So yeah, I dodged a lot of tolls on that one. That load was 30 miles a deadhead, 768 loaded miles for a total of 798 total miles on that. So 800 miles basically. It was a dry load. It was dry. It was a mixed product grocery load, but it was a dry load. And I did scale that load, so I had a $12 scale on that one. Okay. Second load of the week. Picked that up in Chicago. Let's see here. I had about a 45-mile deadhead on that one. And a little bit of that deadhead is because I couldn't pick it up till the afternoon. So I kind of backtracked a little bit to a truck stop. But I went ahead and put that in there because that's realistic. You know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know, because technically that's more deadhead than it would have been. But at the same time, sometimes you got to backtrack. So that load was 1 pick, 5 drops. Yeah, 5 drops on that one. 3 in Pennsylvania, Allentown, Harrisburg, York, and then, excuse me, not, Allentown wasn't in there. I forgot the name of the other town. But anyway, then we come back up, went across, up 81, across 78, into 287, down into Jersey. 2 drops in Jersey. Yeah, so basically we babysat. That load took 5 days. That's why that load paid well, as well as it did. That load paid, on the loaded miles, was $566 per loaded mile. So it paid really good because it took 5 days and it was only 884 miles. So they had to pay us to babysit, basically, and it's frozen food. So a lot of reefer fuel getting burnt, setting, you know, most all day, you know, and 5 drops, your doors are open a lot. So you're burning a lot of reefer fuel. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about that load. That load paid $5,000 on 884 miles. Beautiful thing. 45 miles of deadhead, like I said. 922 all miles on that one. That $5,000 to the carrier is $4,000 to the truck. Like I said, 80-20 split. The beautiful thing on that one, from Chicago to New Jersey, and even having to do 3 stops in Pennsylvania, I paid $14 in tolls. I dodged so many tolls on that one. For the people that say dodging tolls isn't worth it, I think I saved like almost $300 on that load alone. You know, like, just, you do what you gotta do, you know. Like, that's $300 to my pocket. Basically, that $300 paid for the reefer fuel. It paid, you know, like, it paid for reefer fuel, plus I still netted like $100 and something after it paid for the reefer fuel with it. So dodging tolls can be good. I got a video about that. Go back my playlist, check that out. So yeah, total miles for the week, 1727. Nice easy week. That was over a 7-day period. You know, what is that, like an average of like 200 something miles a day? That is how you do it. For people that say, oh, I run 1,000 miles a day, I'm like, God bless you. It ain't for me. I'm here for the money, not for the miles. I'm not signed on to Dart Transport. You know, they got that commercial where that guy says, it's all about the miles. And I'm like, ooh, I wish I could hire a guy like that and run him for about $0.10 a mile. I give him about 4,000 miles a week. Tell him, hey, buddy, it's all about the miles. But anyway, I digress. 75 miles of deadhead. That's 4% deadhead. That's really good. And like I said, some of that was extra, you know, running around Chicago, backtracking to go to Love's. But you just, you know, you do what you got to do sometimes. You go to the truck stop you want to go to when you're going to have to sit there all day. You know, I could have parked on the shoulder of the road, but, you know, I'm going to be sitting somewhere all day, man. I'd rather go somewhere where I can get a shower, a soda, you know, something, you know, live my life a little bit. 1652 on the loaded miles. If you look at that, $7,000 gross revenue. That is $4.05 a mile for all miles, even deadhead miles. $4.05 a mile to the carrier, all miles. That's $3.24 a mile to the truck, all miles. That's $4.24 a loaded mile. Now, to get that $4.24, to get that kind of rate, you know, I'm going to explain to you why that rate was as good as it was. For the experienced guys, y'all already know. It's because I was babysitting a reefer load, and it's because I was running back and forth between Pennsylvania. You know, I went from Maryland to Chicago to New Jersey. A lot of tolls in there, so they got to pay up for the tolls. They got to pay up for the babysitting. So that makes your rate look really good, you know. Now, if I could get $4.24 a loaded mile, I'd like to see a week where I could run about 3,500, 4,000 miles at that rate. Now that would be a week. But anyway, that's how the loads broke down. Now let's go to the variable cost. If you stuck with me this far, I go over variable cost after I tell you this is what the money I have to do, what I have to do with. Some of those things I have to do are like pay a truck payment, pay for my insurances, and these are things that you're going to have to calculate in to get a realistic idea. So it's just how it is. I don't talk about those two because everybody's so different, you know, like it's just how it is. So calculate in your truck payment and your insurance. You know, if you're looking to be an owner-operator, you need to be calling people anyway about insurance and things like that to get an idea of where you're going to be with insurance before you ever buy a truck. Know your insurance rates before you ever buy a truck. And if they say, well, we need to know what kind of truck it's going to be to calculate your insurance rate, find a truck that's in the range of like what you want and call them with that. Because, you know, even if you have to go to the dealership and write down the VIN number off a truck, you know, just call the insurance company and say, all right, this is the truck I'm looking at buying. I need the insurance rate with everything combined. That's what I would do. So let's talk about variable costs. Diesel, number one, still going up. Every time I go to buy diesel, that prices went up a little bit. Ticking up, just tick, tick, tick. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. I'd love to see a couple days where it goes down in a row. Because I typically buy fuel. I try to buy fuel like on this load here where it was not hardly any running, 1,700 miles, you know. I didn't buy fuel every day. But when I'm running consistently, you know, like 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week, I like to buy my fuel like almost every day, if not every other day. So I keep a, I got a pretty good idea of what fuel's doing. Check out Mud Flap, by the way. If you don't have Mud Flap yet, you're gonna love Mud Flap. Get yourself some Mud Flap, save yourself some money. No fees, no credit check. You get cash back on your credit card if you sign it up with your own personal credit card. And it's super easy. The customer service is top freaking notch, I'm telling you. Give Mud Flap a try. Use my promo code, get yourself $10 in free fuel. It gets me $10 in free fuel. Thank you for that. Everybody that's used my promo code, thank you very much. I've had quite a few people sign up now that fuel's starting to go up. People are starting to think like, ooh, maybe my company card that's got 10 cents off is not as good a deal as I once thought it was. It's like here where I'm at. Our company issued fuel card. If you want to use their fuel card, it's 19 cents off a gallon. Mud Flap stomps that price like you would not believe. So check out Mud Flap. So let's get on with the variable cost now that I've run my own commercial. $732 in diesel this week. Like I say, diesel prices are going up. I bought the majority of that diesel came from Ohio. That was the best place I could find it, going back and forth. So I think I fueled at the same stop twice on that week, once coming out, once going back. $147 in reefer fuel, and like I say, that's one of them was dry load, but the other 5 days I was babysitting a frozen food load at -10 degrees. And I think I even filled the reefer up from the load before when I was doing the dry van load. So that's pretty hefty, reefer fuel rate. But it is what it is. $32 in def. $12 on scale. I scaled that first load from Baltimore to Illinois. I did not scale the load. That load from Baltimore was about 43,000 pounds. That was a heavy one. The one from Chicago, the 5-drop, that was about a 20,000 pound load total. So I did not scale that one. $122 in tolls. Like I said, this week should have been probably like close to $400 in tolls if I would have just took the route given. I cut Indiana twice. I cut a lot of Chicago tolls. I cut, what else did I cut out? Indiana twice. I cut New Jersey Turnpike out at one point. Cut a lot of tolls out this week. So pretty happy with that. Makes my variable cost total $1,045 variable cost for the week. And you bring over the $5,600 to the truck. The 80% of my gross, the $5,600, and you subtract the $1,045 from that, and that leaves me $4,555 to do what I have to do with. And there you go. There, plug in your insurance and everything from there. But that's a killer week for me. That's probably, I don't know, that's well over $2 a mile after variable cost. It's probably close to $2 a mile after truck payment and insurance as well. So really good week. Really, really good week. I'd take more of these if I could get them. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you've stayed this far, please hit that thumbs up button. Give me the like. Think about subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed, we do trucking content all the time. Come join me for a live show. I love talking to people in the live chats. That's a good way to pass some time. And until later, guys, take care of each other.